Not at all.
Now, I assume you've got a computer at home.
Yes.
Right.
I do.
Now, when you sit at it, you can press that bar which says fonts,
Yeah.
and thousands come up. Do you go through that and think, what will I use today?
I use whatever it tells me to use, or what's
What
the
it's set
standard
up
there.
for?
Yeah.
And I think most of us are like that. But what that is a legacy of is a sense when actual typefaces were literally fonts. They were letters cast in metal, which were then assembled in the right order to create words. And that process goes back to the 14th century. And so the computer that we use today is a sort of strange beast that has grown out of lots and lots of traditions. And of course, when you have individual letters cast on a block of lead from which a printed impression is taken, somebody has to draw those letters. And therefore, there are drawings on paper of letter forms.
Right,
And there are
okay.
lots of very famous letter designers, Garamond, Eric Gill, great names
Yeah.
who've littered the history of modern typography and not so modern typography. And what we're looking at here seem to me to be exactly that, drawings for letters.
Yeah.
We have two M's there. This one, 1915, Cheltenham is the name of the face, and you've got a very elaborate design for an M with lots of big slab serifs. Move here, we're clearly in the 1960s, this is 1967. It's a modern sans serif alphabet without those tails, and this of course is what we recognise as a letter form of that period. That was fashionable in the 1920s, this was fashionable in the 1960s.
Yeah.
So you've got also the history of the fashion of typography
Yeah.
and type design here. Why have you got them?
Well, we had a vintage salvage company, and then we were based in the Linotype building. And the landlady there, when we were being shown around, said, "What's your line of
Where
business?"
is this?
Oh, this is in Altrincham, South Manchester.
South Manchester.
And she said, "What's your line of business?" We said, "Well, we're in clearance." She said, "Oh, we've got a room here, we need clearing." So we had a look up there, and there was just racks and racks of sort of printers' cabinets. And inside were these. We saved them, basically.
How many did you save?
100,000.
100? Well, this is salvage on a grand scale, isn't it? So how do you sell 100,000 type designs?
Yeah, over to you.
Well, what I would do first of all is group them into the typefaces.
Yeah, okay.
To the right sort of person, like me, or a designer, they're very visual, they're very graphic. Somebody seeing two or three might pay £5 each for them as something to frame and put on the wall, because they're wonderful typographic history. You could spend the rest of your life on the internet,
Yep.
selling them one by one.
Yes.
That's another option.
Crossed my mind, yeah.
Yes. You could put them all into an auction where somebody might pay a couple of thousand, 3,000, but they'll then be faced with the same problem as you. So, over to you.
What can I say?
But
Very pleased.
Seriously, it was great to rescue them.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
this,
I'm glad
this
we
is
did.
very important
Yeah,
history.
no, good
Thank you very much.
stuff. Thank you.